Lately, y'all boys been asking me, bro, what is this build? How do you make this 3-point shot creator build? So today I'm gonna show y'all boys how to make a 3-point shot creator on NBA 2K22. Some of y'all boys been even hitting me up in the DMs trying to figure out how to make this build, even though I dropped the build video inside of one of my NBA player build videos. So if you didn't get to see that, make sure y'all boys, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to this video because this is gonna be a lot of information. But if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel. 85% of y'all have not subscribed to the channel that's watching this video right now. So make sure you subscribe, put on those notifications, like the video, and we're gonna get into it. But as of this build, I can be able to shoot the ball, dribble the ball, and be able to drop to the hole and play some decent defense at being 6'7" and be able to speed boost. So as you see the stats, I have an 86 3-pointer. If I put the other arm sleeve on, I have an 87. But I am able to unlock those 80 ball control dribble moves, and that's the reason why this my player moves that fast. But there's a lot of information in this video that you might want to pay attention to, because if you miss one thing, you might end up making the build a whole different way. But as of this build being very tall, be able to dribble, shoot, like I said earlier, it can also dunk. With the average dunking ability being like a 70 or 75, this build hits the threshold of 70, and it can unlock park dunks and unlock most of the great dunk packages that you want. As of me having 2, 22, 19, and 9, I could end up having a whole different setup, especially with me having 4 to 5 extra badge points. I really could have set this up a whole different way. Even though you made this build this tall, you can also make this build being able to get contact dunks, as long as you can end up getting slash and takeover. But I'm gonna end up showing y'all boys how to get that in today's video. But look, as of the dribble moves, y'all been asking, what is your 6? These are the 6 that I have with an 80 ball control. Before you get an 80 ball control and you need some 6, use Donovan Mitchell's signature size up, and then for your actual escape, use Kevin Durant. Those are the best 2 to use before you end up using De'Aaron Fox or Trae Young. But look, as we're gonna hop in this my player builder, I'm gonna show y'all these 3 different variations. As of me using 2 different pie charts, I'm gonna show you 2 shooting guards with 2 different pie charts, and I'm gonna show you the power 4 version that I made. As of these builds that I'm gonna show, the first 2 is going to be shooting guards. You can make it a point guard if you want to, but I'm telling you, a shooting guard is way better because you get the more attribute upgrades. So as we're going to be a shooting guard, the pie chart that we're going to end up using is going to be the half and half blue-green. This is for the first one. You can use a blue-green half and half, and as a secondary pie chart that you can also choose from, you can use the half green, half yellow pie chart, aka the playmaking shot creator pie chart. But after those 2 pie charts, we're going to end up starting out with the half and half green and blue pie chart. So as we're going to start with this pie chart, a lot of y'all boys might want to pay attention, because this is one that's very different that I end up finding out about. Because at this build, you can be able to get contact dunks on this build right here, and that's without having slash and takeover on this build. But as of the physical profile, as of the build, it having gold playmaking, and it's going to be more of a taller build, I do prefer you go with the speed pie chart as of the 5 pie chart at the top. So look, as you picking that pie chart, we're going to end up getting to the my player builder. There's a few things that you want to have to pay attention to get this name for the name 3-point shot creator. As you're going to upgrade this build, you can max out the finishing on this build. As if it comes to the layup, you're going to stop at 80 layup. If you go anything past the 80 layup, you're going to get a whole different name. And then as of the close shot, your close shot is going to be a 75. But with this pie chart, you're going to have to put up your post hook all the way, but you can get to 86 post hook. Then it's going to leave you to have 11 finishing badges. But as of the shooting badges, you can max the 3-pointer, you can max your post fade, and then with the free throw, you put it up all the way to 67. But when it comes to going to the mid-range, your mid-range is going to end up being a 77 mid-range on this build. Just keep in mind, it's going to be a little bit different when you switch the pie charts, but as of having a 77 mid-range, you definitely get the job done. But having 17 shooting badges is definitely good, and you got Hall of Fame shooting. But as of the actual ball control, you're going to actually be kind of steep with the ball control, because as of me having a 78 ball control, yes, it's possible to get the 80 ball control if I lower my wingspan, but it's going to defeat the purpose of the build. But as of the pass accuracy, your pass accuracy is going to end up being a 66. If you go past 66, you're not going to get the name 3-point shot creator as well. There's 3 different things that can keep you from getting 3-point shot creator: the finishing ability, the mid-range, and the playmaking. But when it also comes to defense, you can get 6 defensive badges if you max out perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, and then your defensive rebound, and putting 1 on offense or block. But as you got that set up, 11, 17, 10, and 6, let's get into the heights. If you're someone that messes with more taller builds, like maybe around 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", something like that, this build might be actually catering to you. But I do prefer the height of 6'4", lowest weight on this build. Because around the 6'4", this is around the perfect height to use with this build, because you still can use a lot of good badges. But as of being 6'4", lowest weight, and the wingspan, you could go max wingspan, but you do not need to go max wingspan. You literally can go one from max wingspan and be able to still have the ability to get contact dunks on this build and actually gain one more on your 3-point rating. So if I actually go from close to max, I have an 80 driving dunk that can lead to an 84 at 99, and I have a 78 3-pointer, so I have an 82 3-pointer at 99, then I have an 82 ball control at 99, and then as my defensive stats, they're all going to be close to having an 80 actual lateral quickness, perimeter defense, and I'm having 87 still. But as of the takeovers, you have lock take, slash and take, shot creating take, and sharp take. But if you're someone that's want to end up turning this to a catfish build, you can pick slash and take, as you have the name 3-point shot creator with slash and take. A lot of defenders, they're not going to be able to learn how to guard you. But as you get the name 3-point shot creator, this is one of the actual other ways to end up making a 3-point shot creator build. This is more of a Devin Booker, like right here, literally says Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham. One of the best ways to end up making this build. But as of the second way you can make it as a shooting guard, you're going to use the yellow and green pie chart half and half. As you're using this pie chart, this is the one I used at power forward, but we're going to use it as shooting guard if you're someone that wants to go with the SG instead in the power forward. And since this build has to be a little bit taller than the last one, as the last one was 6'4", this one has to be around 6'6" and 6'7", and you could possibly get 6'8", but you'll have to mess around with the wingspan just to get the name 3-point shot creator. But we're going to end up going with the physical profile of actual speed. Even though we have Hall of Fame playmaking, it definitely is going to help, especially being one of these taller builds. But as of the finisher, you're going to max out the layup and you're going to max out your driving dunk. As of that, you do not get no finishing badges. This is one of those builds I will prefer you to have extra badge points. Just like the last one, you might want more playmaking on that last build. In this build, you might want to be able to put a little bit playmaking and maybe just a little finishing on this build. At least until you get gold or silver limitless takeoff on that build. But as of the pass accuracy, you do not want to put your pass accuracy past 60 pass accuracy. You go past 60 and you change that mid-range past 72, it's not going to give you the name 3-point shot creator. But as of the way I end up making mines with the steel, it's going to be way different. As you're going to have 13 playmaking badges, this is the main reason I made this build a power forward, instead of using the actual shooting guard version of this build. As I'm going to end up getting 10 defensive badges of 122, 13, and 10. It's cool and all, but as of my other build, it gave way more badges and I have actually some better stats than what I'm looking at right now. But you still have to remember, I still have to change the height on this build. As of the heights can be 6'6" or 6'7", and possibly 6'8" with the shooting guard. You definitely can actually get a bucket on this, especially if you're someone that want to be a secondary ball handler, or even if you're good enough, you can end up making this a primary ball handling build. But hey, as you're gonna end up making the lowest weight, you're gonna end up messing with the wingspan. The wingspan right here, this is the perfect spot to mess with. You're gonna mess with the 85.2 and the 86.1. Between these two, that's up to you. Only thing that changes is minor things. I can have a 66 driving dunk or a 67 driving dunk. And the only thing else changes is when it comes to my steal ratings. That's the only thing that actually changes. But when it comes to making this build 6'7", the 6'7" height, I'm telling you, it is literally broken. Making a 6'7" version of this build with Hall of Fame playmaking is broken. You're gonna go lowest weight. Then with the wingspan, this is what you want to pay attention to. With the wingspan, you can get a lot of different names if you want to mess around with it. But as of going to 86.0, this is the wingspan I went with, because if you go anything higher than this, you will not be able to receive those 80 ball control dribble moves at 99. If you're someone that's good with using 75 ball control, hey, all by me, do what you gotta do. But if you want to be able to have variety, I do prefer you to actually try to get the 80 ball control dribble moves. But if you're someone that wants to go max wingspan, that's up to you. You will still get the name 3-point shot creator. But as of the takeovers, you get sharp, lock, slashing, and shot creator. If you're someone that want to mess with slash and takeover and have a possibility to get a contact dunk, hey, do what you want to do. But I prefer sharp and shot creator. But as of me making a shooting guard version with Hall of Fame playmaking and Hall of Fame shooting, you get the name 3-point shot creator at 6'7" and at 6'6". But as of the one I made as my KD build that you guys been asking a lot of questions on, I'm gonna end up showing you it now. As in this build being a power forward. Power forward, I'm gonna tell you this now. As of making that build a shooting guard, it was cool and all. You get a few different stats that you get at power forward, but power forward you get better badges. At power forward, I saved me so many badge points that I would have had at literally shooting guard of using this half and half green and yellow pie chart. It's actually insane. But as of the actual badge count, it's somewhat similar, but it's actually better at power forward. As of the physical profile, we are going to rock out with the actual speed profile. Like I told you, you're on a taller build. Even though you got Hall of Fame playmaking, I still will prefer speed profile, because you will have a 91 speed and like a 90 something acceleration and you still can get the job done. But as of the finishing, you're going to end up having one finishing badge since you're only going to max out drive and dunk and layup on this build. Literally, those two things are not going to lead to you get an extra badge point, but hey, they're definitely important to have. As for the shooting on this build, we're going to max out the 3-pointer, the free throw, and the actual post fade. But when it comes to the mid-range, or your mid-range will not go past 72. You go past 72, you're going to get the name shot creator, or you might end up getting that office initiator type vibe on this build. But with this build having 22 shooting badges, when it comes to the playmaking, this is where it actually makes a big difference versus the shooting guard. As me only upgrading my pass accuracy only to 60, I get 16 playmaking badges versus 13 on a shooting guard. And that's actually crazy. 13 on a shooting guard and 16 on an actual power forward. It makes a big difference. Those 3 extra badges can make a big difference. But as of defensive badges, I get 8. But if you switch a few things around, like the actual offensive rebound to interior defense, you can get around 9 defensive badges on this build. But if you're someone that wants offensive rebound and interior defense, the only thing I can actually do to compromise that is lowering your actual steal rating. Like on my build, I have a total maybe like a 42 steal or 44 steal. If you want to end up doing that to actually compromise for the actual offensive interior defense, you can. But as of the heights, we're going to go with 6'7". The 6'7" height, I'm telling you, is very glitchy. So you're going to end up going 6'7" on this build. As of being 6'7", you're going to go lowest weight. Lowest weight, that's all you need to do. Lowest weight on this build, 6'7". And then when it comes to the wingspan is going to be the very important part. It's going to be very simple as the other one. Your wingspan is going to be an 86.0 wingspan. And once you get to 99 on this build, you will get a 70 drive and dunk, an 85 3-pointer, unlocking the 80 ball control for those dribble moves. But as for the takeover, we have post takeover now. We have the chance to pick in between post takeover with going with power forward. So if you want somebody to, you know what I'm saying, get a little glitchy with it, you want to be, you know what I'm saying, real glitchy, that shot creating takeover or post takeover definitely can do the job. But hey, as you're making a power 4 version of this build, you will get the name 3-point shot creator. But hey man, if you didn't get to see the actual gameplays on these videos, the 2 videos gonna pop up right here. You might want to click on one of them, because bro, we went stupid. In the Jason Tatum video, we went crazy, and then in the Kevin Durant video, we went crazy. We might keep up with these crazy builds all the way to 2K23, man.